Hi guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. I know, 2 videos in the same month? Who is this girl? Liz? No, surely not. But yeah, I was just drawing this on my day off and I thought I'd screen capture it and pop it up on YouTube because I really like how it turned out. It's just a drawing in my sketchbook that I really liked, and then I decided to colour in, and while I was there I thought I might as well animate it because I haven't done animation in ages. Well, actually I have been animating. I've been animating the Slayers map part and it has been a bit of a nightmare. In case you didn't know, I'm running a Cartoon Heroes map, which you probably will have seen. It's one of my most popular videos. And it has been running for about a year because university hit me like a steam train and I did not have the time to chase everyone, or myself. So I'm just getting to the end of finishing my own parts of that, which will probably be up quite soon. Look out for it. I quite like how it turned out. Like, the colour scheme I chose was very bright, so some people were like, what is this trash? It's so offensive to my poor eyes. But I'm like, what is life if you can't cover it in pastel colours and bright oversaturated pastel colours as your only colour scheme? Like, for when I was choosing the colours for that, I picked colours from the colour wheel and they are only I can't remember which one is which, either only tints or only shades, whichever one is the ones that don't have any black hue in them at all, no grey, just a lighter version of the rainbow colour basically. Not dipping down in the corner of the screen. You can see my like colour square from Clip Studio. Like, I was just going along the top of that, not dipping down into the greyish areas at all. So I think it looks great, but some people think it burns. It burns. But I love bright colours, and that's why for this sketch I took some screenshots from the Sailor Moon anime that I love the colours of, because the old-fashioned painted cell anime, it has a lot brighter colours than the new one, and I really love that feeling. So I just took some screenshots and picked from those when I was flood filling the main colours. And I really love how it turns out. Obviously, like, I didn't try and imitate the anime style or anything, this is just my style. But the colours give it that oversaturated 90s vibe, which I really love. So yeah, where have I been? As I mentioned in my last video, I have been in computer hell because my poor little laptop died, couldn't render video, couldn't render animation, could barely open Microsoft Word. So, and when I was I saved up for a new computer, and when I was trying to get that done, get that computer guy over my house to actually build me the computer. You know, good computer people, like, they're so busy because everyone needs computer people. And since I am a person who has actually deleted Windows from her laptop by mistake one time, I was not going to risk trying to build myself a computer. So I just had to wait. So that took over a month to get me a shiny new computer. But now I'm back with no money, but I am back into YouTube, getting ready to get back into life, enjoy life, make videos, you know, all those good things. So while I had my laptop enforced animation hiatus, what I did was I worked on a comic. You can read it online at Tapas. It's called Heartstrings, with a space in between heart and strings. It's 2 words. And my Tapas user is Arizabeth, same spelling as my channel. Please go read it. I worked very hard on it. So that's what I've been doing. And it's been really fun to get back into comics actually, especially like right after I left uni, because I don't know if I've said this on this channel before, but like my final major project, the Smile music video, it was so much work. I was pushing myself into the ground trying to animate this giant thing, and then I got a bad grade for it, which was heartbreaking. So it was like, oh, I just don't want to look at this anymore, I'm gonna do something else. So it was quite refreshing to have to work on comics actually. And yeah, Heartstrings is a story that I've had for a while. It started out as a uni project that, again, it didn't turn out how I wanted it to. I'll have to upload the original 12 pages that I made for uni on the internet somewhere, so you can see how much I've improved since a year and a half ago. Because again, I ended up handing in an unfinished project. Can you see the theme? Liz always bites off more than she can chew. That's the theme of my life. But like the new version, I sat down, I re-storyboarded it out. I didn't have the arbitrary no words of the uni course, so I was able to be more specific with the scenario in the comic. Like, you know, like wordless narratives are great and they're really powerful, but like sometimes trying to come across like get across a specific concept without using words, you think I could have said this in one sentence, and here I am doing this, like acting out this comic pantomime, and the audience still doesn't know what's going on. So I did try and keep the words to a minimum in the story. If you read it, you'll notice that none of the characters actually have a name, and there's quite a lot of minimal dialogue, because like anyone who knows me knows I love Samurai Jack and all that goodness. So like that's obviously a big influence, and so I do understand the power of like a wordless narrative and moments of silence, but like I like them better when it's not arbitrarily silent. It's nice for me when you can have the moments of silence as a contrast to moments with words. Which, speaking of silent things, the silent manga audition this year, I'm thinking of entering it, but then there's the stumbling block of no words. I'll let you know how that goes. The silent manga audition, by the way, is a really prestigious international comic competition that obviously you are not allowed to use words for because it's international, so again that's great because language barrier. I can't write a comic in Japanese. They can't read a comic in English. But yeah, it's quite a big deal. It's like 31 pages maximum story without words. It's like, can I tell a story that long without words? We'll see. But yeah, so I finished Heartstrings and I'm really proud of it, how it turned out. There's still a whole bunch of artwork errors I've got to fix before I print it, because it's going to be a print book. Spawn, please buy my book. When it comes out, I will post links to it everywhere. Don't worry, you won't have a chance to miss it. But yeah, I've still got to fix a bunch of art and correct all the colours, because obviously it's for screen. It's still in RGB. I nearly said LGBT. Yes, it is in LGBT. Pride month is over, but not in our hearts. I'm proud of you, LGBT people, for what it's worth. But yeah, obviously it's got to be converted into print colours, And usually when I convert something that I've drawn on a screen onto printing, it is saturated to heck. So I will have to go through and colour correct 42 pages of comic before I can print it. But that also gives me the opportunity to fix some of the janky hands and remove some of the horrible compression lines that materialised all over this project when I squished it down to tapas size. Yeah. One day I'd also love to develop Heartstrings into a little video game. I think the story would be so suited to a video game format, like a puzzle game, kind of adventure game where you explore places, but as we have found out, Liz can't code worth a bean. So that will have to be sometime in the future when I can draw the assets and pay someone else to code it for me. Yeah. So, Kickstarter for the Heartstrings game, anyone? No. I will be opening the pre-order for the book sometime soon though. When I have the cover design, that's when I will open the pre-order for the book. It will be on my Ticktail store, which I am also desperately trying to reawaken from the grave trash heap it's in. Yeah, so as you can see, I've just been colouring, doing a bit of cell shading on this, adding some sparkles. I actually spent way longer than I probably should have adding sparkles because they weren't looking right. And then I added a background, which is, because they use so many like doily type things in the anime, I literally just scanned in a couple of doilies, deleted the backgrounds so they were transparent files because they're coloured doilies. One was blue and one was pink, I think. Deleted the backgrounds, put it on glow mode, copied and pasted it a bunch of times, and voila, Sailor Moon looking background. Top tip, life hack, anyone else looking to do some Sailor Moon goodness, just scan in a friggin' doily. And yeah, then I added a drop shadow because she wasn't standing out enough. So I just selected the 4 frames, inverted I selected around the outside, inverted the selection, filled it in purple, and put them in a folder, and then moved the whole folder at once so that it was the same distance. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you go and read my comic if you are vaguely interested, and be on the lookout for more videos from me, in particular that Slayers one. If I say it often enough, I will finish it. It will come out of colouring hell. Okay, have a good day guys. Bye!